2, Resolution steps up to the plate when you need it the most. So it seems like this could be the battle of the offlaners potentially. Who's going to be making the larger impact in this game 3 to tip the series one way or the other.
Both offlaners putting on their best carry shoes. Of course.
They really are.
Rezo was a carry, so he might be used to it a little bit. And I think Amar was never not a carry.
It's true.
So if you need some help to come and, you know, push the game over the top, these are two players making a name for themselves and how they do it.
Who's going to make the better carry offlaner?
Oh, look at that instant high five. No bad blood.
Yeah.
Two brothers.
They know it's just going to be a cutthroat battle. You can see Nisha already putting some serious pressure on BZM, but BZM at the same time securing 2 denies in the very first wave.
I mean, Nisha's have to have had the upper hand in this series so far in terms of the lane early. Like, I feel like game 1 won that lane with the back of the Treant heal. Obviously, that's a hard matchup for Squat, but then he popped off. In game 2, he absolutely destroyed BZM's puck with that TA. So maybe this is, you know, revenge of, yeah, so to say.
Yeah.
Really strike back.
Maybe in a matchup that's a little bit more even. No living armor to deal with, no bad matchup in the TA versus puck.
Yeah, where's Puppey to help you now, sir?
How it goes.
I'm also interested to see if this
snacks another deny.
Tusk Enigma lane.
Oh, another! This man's a monster!
All right, if you got that one, I mean, you can call it right there.
Still though, Nisha definitely putting some work, and BZM is quickly going through all of his regen.
Nisha was saving the skill point there, maybe even contemplating an early change.
Oh, he missed the slide too. BZM immediately with the response.
BZM striking back here, taking an early CS lead for sure. The fact there's no kills at 2 minutes must mean the top lane is going better for OG than last time.
That is true.
You know, the fact there's still 0-0, automatically a better start here. Taiga having a much better time. He doesn't have 2 deaths already. So this lane going better. So I'm worried for them over the long run.
It's still got to be a hard lane.
Yeah,
right?
There's not a huge amount of idle on clear between these two. I mean, you can shoot an acorn. About it. So Spectre just going to play, you know, survival Spectre gameplay. Classic. She can do it better than Medusa, I think. She can also dagger over shards. So the kill threat isn't as high. It's a tankier hero. Should have a better time even if this lane gets a little out of control. Meanwhile, True only bottom getting daggered up here. This is a mega strong chase lane. Gotta be careful with how you overextend. Try and abuse the stick charges as much as you can.
And Secret, they are going to be poking quite a bit, right? I mean, they just kind of like try and get Amar to use the link, disengage, and then once that link's down, they could definitely go full hog and just zerg somebody down potentially.
It's a classic Amar lane where you just want to get the equilibrium back, put him in a position where you can chase the carry down. Chu doing a decent job of that, sacrificing the network to make it happen. Not to fight this absolutely obnoxious Crystal Maiden PA lane. Still no deaths for this OG lane, so tremendously better start than last.
Science maybe spoke a little bit too soon. The tag team is doing a little bit of work here, but yeah, Bushwhack will allow Taiga to disengage. An early earn picked up by the Spectre.
Yeah, let's come back into the meta. The early mana regen, the early gank ability gives you some extra damage on these haunts. I'm all for it.
Oh, you can see what's happening already. The Enigma can pull the lane back. Science has already picked up the bounding rune, and he's going to sit on the 4-minute water rune. He's going to make sure BZM, who's already low,
he almost caught him. Did have a stick, so probably good no matter what. Still early aggressive vision coming out, and yeah, he saw him on the rotation. Nice wards from Zayats here. Might get de-warded. BZM tries to do here. Quiet start compared to last game. Very even lanes across the board.
And that was, the panel was talking about, that was a huge factor in game 2, right? Like, even though Secret, it felt like it could have been maybe one of those games that was like a 20-minute victory. That early laning phase lead that they had, they slipped through their fingers a little bit, but it was still very important to the reason
it got them over that hump.
Yeah,
like, the fact they were in that position in the first place. OG is not a team you're going to do that to twice. You know, you might catch them once. Second round, they're going to learn their lesson. They're going to step it up, refocus, and that's what they're doing here. Much happier with this start than last game. think especially BZ. Like, to me, that last game, he was in a position on that puck for somewhat limited stuns where if he had a decent early game, he could have popped off. And instead, he had to claw his way back, and he was still doing work in those late game fights, but it's just from a tough position. This is a way better start for him on a hero that he's shown he can do massive damage.
Love how close this is going. Even with BZM having to go back to base. They are just dead even in CS pretty much.
Absolutely neck and neck.
Science is going to cut over again. BZM,
top tower
early
is under
boots
attack.
pick up here, and that would be important for this upcoming gank because, well,
chains.
slight chains into the snowball. Now, he does have that little bit of physical resistance thanks to the shield, and Zions is in trouble now. The Fisher, oh no!
Wrong side.
They simulate over to the other side, but Zions doesn't get hit by it. He gets the like salve off, and now they can maybe turn. Gets the salve canceled though, but Nisha's going to continue to push back and chase after him with the level 6 picked up. Nisha snacks the first blood over BZM.
Beautifully played. Unlucky with that fissure that he gets on the other side, but at the same time, reading this matchup beautifully. Nisha did have the level advantage. He was going to hit 6 first there no matter what. That's putting in the work of using the fact that Resolution can be left alone top. Still trying to fight for this rune. It's bottom.
They do manage to get the kill on Zions, and maybe with Zions gone and a 2v1, Nisha, yeah, he can't go for it. It also means the power rune may not be available for Nisha, or maybe Nisha's just dead. BZM, he's not quite level 6, but he can't dissimulate hop over, and he's going to leave a remnant behind. So when he's back up, he can jump to it, but Nisha dies.
Chu salvaging the situation there. Huge kills for him. Anytime you get early XP on this Shaker, it's massive. And like you said, that power rune spawn bottom. Oh, Zayat's really going to get the deny.
Oh, no. Stopped. BZM picks it up and uses that arcane rune immediately to be able to maybe get the kill. Yeah, the Fisher's going to come through.
That's worth a tip, you know.
Yeah, you're going to go ahead and camp me in the mid lane. And gets his revenge.
Radiant's
momentum going his way.
been killed.
Even after all of that, though, looking at the net worth, he's just still ahead by 300 or 400. Just the power's blood gold. So, nice turnaround for OG, gaining some momentum. Probably the best lane they can play through as well. You're not going to have a lot of play action through Spectre top. You're not going to have a lot through this Razor bottom just because of the power of the disengage with PA's Crystal Maiden. Your aggressive link potential is pretty limited down here. So I like the idea from OG. Take the fight to this mid, try and shut Nisha's momentum down early. Stop that inevitable train that you know is coming at some point. I mean, I have not seen Nisha get shut down almost at all this tournament.
Resolution does have his level 6. Zayat, well, he's gonna be found by BZM. BZM really doesn't want to show himself for this kill. He wanted Resolution, but eventually he says, well, it'll have to suffice. He actually managed to tank the Aether Remnant. They're gonna use the 2-man black hole. Oh, they've got them both with Nisha showing up. Oh, what a turnaround from Secret.
Astronomical price indeed. That's triple earn charge for Rezo. Couldn't have asked for a better hole if he wanted to get one.
Yeah, what a play by him in the first place, like tanking the Aether Remnant to allow the Tusk to be able to get off some spells.
Player synergy he was talking about.
Yeah, that's the reason why he wanted to play with Zions. And I got to do some content pieces with the two of them. Let me just say, they do have a pretty good vibe together. Nisha diving in here for Taiga, but BZM is going to be TPing in. Immediately Frostbitten, though. Nisha, he's really going for the snowball line from the other side. Zions will commit and get the kill out of Taiga before trading his own life over to BZM. Another frostbite, Nisha.
Puppey's here.
They'll just kind of poke at him, but I don't think they're going to do
Dire's courier
more.
has been killed.
You're not touching this hasted Ember. Nisha just putting the pressure on OG early around this middle lane, even getting the D wards and the obs control in their favor. Lamar trying to make Slane happen bottom, might have overextended.
Oh, if he got hit by that dagger, then I think Puppey might have been able to catch him there, but no. Nisha, meanwhile, diving in mid, finishes them off with the remnant on through. The best zoomer mid is reminded that there was a zoomer before him. Nisha, he was the OG new club. Crystal. He's very, very low. Chu looking to be able to catch him. The snowball's going to be able to hit Druggy, and he's not going to be able to get the dagger off.
He was trying to tread swap for the extra mana, and he was still just short.
And now he's just low on mana, and he's still completely out of mana, not going to be able to TP out of this situation. Chu's going to be spotted. They do not get him inside of the shard. At the same time, though, Amar is going to be caught by the chain, slowed down by the dagger. With the Orb of Corrosion, it's guaranteed that this Razor is going to fall. Taiga even showing himself for a second there. Gets greedy, goes for the bounty room. The
tips from Secret. You know they're feeling themselves this game and in this series after that game to win.
And Nisha's feeling another kill. Taiga's been spotted.
Dire's top
BCM
tower
is in
is
the
under
neighborhood
attack.
though, so
Nisha just feels
Radiant's middle
unstoppable
tower
already.
is under attack.
it certainly does.
4-1-3. ECM will get another Arcane Rune.
Okay.
Thanks Gaben for that one. You give more to this Nisha Ember, it feels like he might just spiral out of
Dire's
control
top
already.
tower is
Remember, they
under
have Crystal
attack.
Maiden Aura running this whole time too. Level 3 for Puppey, going for this 1-1-3.
Radiant
Choosing to power up his
scanning.
cores instead of himself. Maybe he learned his lesson when he took that Ags game 1. Now,
Better to be an Aura bot.
yeah. No more greed for me.
Radiant's
You know what,
bottom
Nisha, you
tower
carry
is
me. I'll
under
take
attack.
it.
Look at that, Uragi.
Oh, dagger.
He was so close to being able to get the dagger off, was tread switching, had the moment, but the snowball stopped it.
This is
Radiant's
the power of this
bottom
aura
tower is
build. If
under
your
attack.
cores are in a strong position, Secret up 3k at 10 minutes, another fantastic laning piece for them. This is where the Crystal Maiden build really pays off. Your cores are going to be able to stay on the map more. They're going to be able to spam more spells, be more aggressive. It's giving me some flashbacks to like 4 or 5 years ago where newbie were running this big, running
Radiant's
people over
bottom
with their
tower
aura.
is under attack.
Big push happening through the mid lane. It's going to
Dire's
be
middle
a
tower is
lot of
under
damage
attack.
on this mid tower. OG is going to have to
Radiant's
respond
bottom
with some
tower
force
is under
here.
attack.
Taiga's going to be the first one to show up. We're going to be able to lead off with the bushwhack into the Remnant. No, the slight into the Remnant jump away. Nisha just a hair
Dire's top tower
ahead of
has fallen.
BZM.
How many top tower dies? OG can only defend so much in this early game. That top tower was probably sealed eventual death no matter what. Ragi forced into the jungle and forced into a Hand of Midas build.
Amar, no, what an echo slam set up by Chu with the Fisher leading off, but Amar is not healthy enough to be able to go for the chase. He can turn around and kill Zayats, poor old Zayats has had most of his armor zapped away, but Crystal is getting
Taiga
out,
on the
very
back.
important. He actually jumps onto Taiga. Oh, he just juked that one out entirely. BZM could chase after him. The Frostbite to the Aether Remnant is going to be able to pull him back into his doom. Rezo jumped forward and tried to get the black hole, but unfortunately was hit by Chu right as he blinked in. Sad timing for him. His resolution will be able to back out just fine, but couldn't save his character.
Nice find for OG on the back of the strongest hero in Amar
Dire's
Razor.
middle tower
He's definitely
has
the hero they're
fallen.
gonna have to fight around and skirmish around in this early game. Still Nisha making them pay on mid, just takes mid tower. Absorb a corrosion plus that catapult wave from earlier. Early tier 1's going down for OG.
He's going to go for the early BKB. So Nisha wants to like continue to snowball his presence in his game.
He'll be invincible.
Deceptive rule
There is
of
absolutely no
invisibility.
BKB lockdown in the game. He's going to be a god for a while.
Again, but Rezo's here and he got the black hole on
Dodge the
BZM. Baits out the Crystal Maiden. They think, oh, he's going for a D-ward. Let's just get this free 5 position. But no, all of Secret was there, ready to pound.
This is another game resolution topping the network chart on this thing. He didn't even have all the kills to fuel him up. He's still immensely jacked.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about the drafting process. Hold up. Jiragi gets into the trees. He's just a little bit low on mana as well, so he may not feel comfortable pursuing. Bushwhack's gonna miss. Puppey's gonna grab the squirrel instead. Drops the ultimate immediately. That's gonna be stopped by the Fisher, though, and he is blocked in a little bit. Ju hops on top of him with the Tumbler toy, and with Amar coming in, they should be able to get this kill, no problem.
The
Aisha's gonna be
underscape will
forced away.
not be caught.
He really needs to get any of these skirmishes going their way they're canceling. Don't lose more map control to this Ember. It's going to create a lot of space for this P to farm up. It's going to create a lot of space for this Enigma to go to work. And remember, Uraki is still trying to build into this Midas. Try and get his levels back. They lose too much map control. This Spectre is just not going to have that comeback potential once. Not a lot of room for him to go on battling Eidolons and losing the fight. River fight.
Plant there, the Bushwhack. Zayas does what damage he can before he falls, and it might just be enough to help get the return kill on a Chu. As Nisha's gonna dive for that one. Puppey turns around, Frostbite's up, ECM, but Haste Rune. He's gonna chase down this poor support.
See you later.
Next time, oh, nice turnaround from Taiga there. Do they have the stunts? The Echo Slam is there indeed, and Nisha, oh, he gets caught looking.
Shooting at Ken.
Absolutely beautiful. The pre-tree plant predicting the Remnant and into the Bushwhack. Set up the chain for Chu.
Radiant's middle tower
Absolute
is under
perfection cleanup
attack.
from OG in these skirmishes, and that is a massive kill. not just gold, but relieving pressure off the map here. This Ember is the hero Secret wants to skirmish around. He's what enables their supports, enables this Crystal Maiden to be able to take these river fights. Maybe a little bit of a fortuitous haste room for BZM here, but putting it to great
Taiga
use.
reading it.
Absolutely beautiful. This is a hard hero to catch.
Chu jumping forward with the Tumbler's toy. I mean, you said this is the most broken tier 1 item, and Chu's making a good argument for it.
This thing is absolutely insane on melee supports.
I mean, Earthshaker especially, it's like particularly.
Don't worry. Look at the Steel Totem at some point. Oh. Double it up.
Radiant are scanning.
All right, decent space for OG. Froggy Spectre to crawl his way back in this game.
Now, the panel kind of talked a little bit about the Spectre. They thought it was a nice pickup against Enigma. What is it about that matchup?
It's about him making the fight annoying for Rizzo. He gets haunted on, he can't blink. He gives them vision of this Enigma as well. They have long-range fissure, long-range spells between the Void Spirit and the Hoodwink. So what can happen is they haunt, they see this Enigma. Does Rezo insta-pop BKB, or does he risk getting fissured from ball? That was very scary.
He was really scared, and he did too much. He could have just hopped away, but did not respect the long-range disables of OG. So they trade out a Hoodwink for an Ember Spirit. Well worth it for OG.
That's exactly the long-range burst that's going to come out off the back of any vision OG gets. It's so scary for the Secret lineup. The only saving grace is perhaps some Blink Snowball later on that can stop that long-range burst off the initiation. Not going to be as easy of a game for Rezo in terms of just being able to jump in free. That said, I guess he doesn't have to play into, you know, Egg and Stone Gaze to trade off.
Yeah, that's true. There is no BKB piercing disable.
The holes are pretty free if you can get them, but getting them is going to be more difficult.
Taiga. I think he was trying to get a ward down, but Secret. And plenty of vision to up him there, and Taiga knows it too. Gonna keep the pressure up on this off-lane tower. It's kind of an interesting position. We've talked, there's been a lot of talk about the Dire jungle, this last patch and how strong it was. And Rezo playing the opposite approach, is playing the Radiant safe lane and pushing it in constantly into OG.
Tier 1 tower down as a result, or map control going their way. Fury for Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, so he's
out here.
Finally got that accelerant where the Spectre Midas had been picked up for a while.
Now you're going to start to see the Spectre and PA race to the top here, especially if they can find a good fight for Yuragi off a haunt. Remember, he went Burn, he went Midas, but he's still happy to join these fights. It's going to be about how strong Amar thinks he is. We've seen this Amar Razor do some crazy stuff this patch. I guess last patch, but I assume he can still do it this patch.
Yeah, I don't think anything is going to change.
I wonder, I assume Lance of Pursuit works through the link. That sounds pretty good.
Would be pretty bonkers. That sounds incredibly good. Rezo gets hit by the plasma field. They've already got the haunt on top of him. Rezo is just going to die without any opportunity to get a black hole. Long range shot actually nailing the Tusk. Won't be able to hit him with the aftershock though, but I don't think Science has a way out. BZM's going to ensure of it. Closing the cage. BZM picks up a killing spree as OG. Once again, they hit this nice like 15-minute stride against Team Secret where they just seem to know the right maneuvers to make to win fights, or at least skirmishes.
That's the exact type of haunt that Yuragi wanted. Get involved, get some earn charges, get some assist gold, use this Razor BKB, which they didn't even have to use. It's just the threat of it running in. Jump the perfect target in this Enigma before he has Black King Bar. He is 200 off of that. That might be a different fight if Rezo has it. He might just be able to BKB turn. The static link might kill him as well. And again, Crystallis is not ready to join the fights. This is where OG can abuse the numbers. He needs a little more time to come online before he feels confident joining these engagements with the Phantom Assassin.
Really nice, aggressive wards laid down by OG. Let's see how many of them Puppey finds. He already got one that was behind the mid-tier 1 tower. And I imagine he thinks there's a ward somewhere in the trunk.
Where it could be a lot of places.
Ward's destroyed. He's destroyed 5 on the side of Taiga. Damn, it's actually dead even 6.
Well, that's a lot of ward. Guy killing some of his own or what?
Well, this ward is actually very nicely placed. Maiden spotted Puppey played his own.
He's rocking that specialist array. Specialist array Crystal Maiden, that's it. some stats.
Radiant's middle tower
Get that
is under
big
attack.
split shot attack out.
Just wait till he gets the triple kill with one shot.
If he gets a triple kill off the split shot, I'll tire for a fourth. That'll be something else. Rizzo trying to bait this Ember top.
He's got the BKB,
Screw
so
bait.
he just goes for it. Doesn't get Taiga, but secures a kill on BCM, who had a killing spree as well, so that was
That's
super
slight.
worth it.
Dire's top tower is
Shut
under
mission.
attack.
There's a shaker in the trees who knew was there. Very close to snagging him. Shu does have his blink now. We've seen his shaker do some absolutely crazy stuff this time.
Oh, yeah. But are they going to get here in time to be able to stop this Roshan? This
They're
could
gonna
be that
try.
crazy moment.
Haunt up at 25. No haunt for this. No black hole either.
They've got
though.
another ward to be able to spot these heroes rotating in. They're going to back out.
It's getting a little low doing this. They don't really have the sustain to commit.
Yeah, they don't have the black hole. It's like, it's a needless. You
Yeah.
don't need to do.
I guess they also know OG doesn't want to commit for this Roche either. The Roche is not that fast. That said, it's half HP and they have knockback up.
You know, OG, they're at least
Rocket
going to
feels
try
strong
and
enough.
find a fight somewhere in here, and if they could catch the right kind of heroes, they could go for the Roshan. I can't believe they're going to do it without finding a kill first.
As long as there's no black hole, Lamar that afraid of anything? He's got 2200 HP with this on.
I guess so, yeah. Hello, start immediately just popping out. Anybody shows themselves, he starts going for Puppey. Secret, though, on the side. They're going to go ancient charging in with his own BKB. He's already finished off Chu. Amar fighting through. He's going to be able to go on the Tusk next. It looks like somehow Puppey was living through a while, but eventually that dispersion from Uragi finished him off. Nisha playing the disc, poking out Uragi's level. Crystal is showing up and will be able to finish off the Spectre. The carry-on-carry battle goes to Secret. Now it's cleanup time. Taiga is going to be next as Crystal should be able to chase him down. And an attempt at a Roshan goes quite awry for OG. Gifted a freebie.
Got a couple support buybacks out of it. The silver lining there for OG. That's probably not a Roche. They're too good of a position to contest unless Amar gets a crazy good link on a core, which Secret just played the fight perfectly, kiting him around. Puppey lived so long there too, forcing so many spells out. He has the buyback, of course, like a Crystal Maiden does. Double support buy for Secret to secure Roche does take him.
Oh, the echo on two. BCM. I think he was going to pop away, and maybe he still needs to. It wasn't quite enough damage. Chu, Science, keeping his distance, just allowing the tag team to do its work. BCM went back in and almost gets caught by the Malefice. He's going to have one last jump away. He's still ticking down from the urn. He's going to use the Aether Remnant to help out Taiga. What a brave soul. He's got a regen ticking up, so he'll be good. Meanwhile, Taiga, he's got a boomerang.
Does found it somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It's a shard. I forgot it's a shard now. So now it's the decoy that does that weird, like, secondary ultimate. Does 60% of the damage to the regular sharpshooter.
Has been killed.
That is pretty interesting, though. I feel like that makes this spell a lot more accessible. Because now it's a nice support, right? It's like, okay, you can focus more on the spell damage. Straight up BKB Black Hole. They've got the Frostbite as well. BZM won't make it out. They are just chaining kills now. Crystallis diving after Taiga. Does turn around, Bushwhack, does throw some damage down, but Crystallis will shrug it off pretty easily. Did, still has 3.5 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under
Getting
attack.
corralled mid here.
Radiant's
Needs some
top
support
tower
kills.
is under attack.
Are
Radiant
trying his best to
structures
push
are
the lanes and
fortified.
force Secret off their side of the map. Because OG does
Dire's
not want to
middle
play without
tower is
Haunt. I
under
just think it's
attack.
way too hard. No Echo Slam
Radiant's
either.
top tower is under attack.
Sure, your Razor's strong, but he can't just run in and link anybody. Double mobility core for Secret in an Enigma who he can't really find without the help of Spectre.
Dire's middle tower
He's going
has
to push
fallen.
Secret up to some key items here. Blink for the Tusk is going to be coming out soon. It's a very big save versus Measures in the burst. As well as this PA, BKB closing in on another item.
This'll come in handy.
Very scary timing for OG here. Secret win one or two more fights.
Yeah, it looks
Damage
like
is going to scale out of control.
it does feel like one of those games that could just keep spiraling. So OG, they really cannot afford another slip up.
This next fight is super key for them to maintain map control. They need to get value out of Amar's net worth. Use his tank ability to front line, get something going for them. Haunt, find the supports, find the Enigma.
Yeah, it's got to be the Enigma, right? Because
really
he
does.
can't really challenge the other two cores at all. We've seen Secret, they're just like, they're playing keep away from this racer.
Maybe you can just somehow fissure and land an Echo on this Ember and burst him. It's very scary to do that, though, with this snowball save that can come out.
Yep, Science has got the blink dagger.
Like, it'll guarantee a BKB, so if you go on this Ember, he doesn't die, he gets saved. That fight seems really hard to me. Maybe you just split push and farm.
Will spread
You might just need
thrice.
Spectre Ags in this type of game. So at least you can play off the pokes, right? You get a bushwhack, you get a fissure. This Spectre can haunt in off
Radiant's top
the
tower
low CD
is under
haunt.
attack.
You don't have to super commit your Enigma counter. You play this type of game.
Yeah, the Axe is even better now with the extra hit that you get in now off of the dagger. Use the haunt, get some good vision here of what was an incoming gank. Now, it does mean the haunt's going to be on cooldown, but considering the fact that he would have died otherwise.
Take that trade. Again, I don't know if OG is really looking to take the straight 5-on-5 right now anyway. I think they're happy to trade farm, especially if they're not falling behind. Or the Midas helps a little bit. Decent vision as well. Wow, they got this super deep mid ward. Do a
Right in
lot
front
of work.
tower. Yeah, who got that? That was recent.
I don't know. I mean, they smoked the down mid, so I'm guessing Taiga planted off the back of the smoke. High impact Midas.
Impact.
I think Amar likes his creep getting Midas.
Invisibility.
Probably not. Then again, I feel like you do have to have something, right? Like you play enough of a carry, sometimes, you know.
It's
Yeah,
like
you can have that.
that's stealing money from you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a 5K net worth lead right now for Team Secret, but the game is kind of stalling out. OG, as Avery's been talking about, seems to be they're trying to avoid fights and are just trying to stall. And Secret are trying to corral them inside of their base. They're keeping 2 lanes pushed in right now. See, Taiga's doing his best to stop
Dire's
that,
top
though.
tower
He's
is
way
under
outside
attack.
the map. In fact, they're going to try and hunt him down. Science is going to go.
More strength is Boomerang. Split push waves and kill them a bit faster, cheaper than going play like Maelstrom.
Straight up, BKB Black Hole used on Amar, but he's
tanky.
very tanky. Not easy to kill. Resolution calls it quits early on the Black Hole to ensure
Dire's
his
top
BKB
tower is
is
under
used
attack.
to TP out. That was pretty smart read because they were not killing Amar. Out Asia wants to go for this one. With the control, they have him.
Extra damage from the Grobo amping it up there. Attacking another keyword for Puppey here as well. OG does not want to give this vision up.
Taiga only takes tons of damage. Next snowball is saved. Completely done. That one does it up with the Echo Slam. For Chrysalis, he was just biding his time. He jumps immediately afterwards. Finish off Chu. Amar does drain some damage away, but he is quickly going to lose his life as Chrysalis jumps back in. Still had plenty of damage for that one, Jack. 800 damage crit. Resolution finding Hiragi inside of the trees too. Pops a Manta. Gets rid of the Malphus.
Dire's
and
middle
keeps
tower
that. Smart
is
move.
under attack.
Nina down. Just knowing that without BKB on this Razor, it's way too hard for OG. They do not have the
Dire's
damage to bring
middle
these
tower
secret
has
cores down right now.
Yeah.
Secret of using it to the max and
Dire's
very,
structures
very
are
early
fortified.
racks, I would say, for
Dire's
how
middle
strong
barracks are
OG's
under attack.
high ground defense is in a normal scenario. Try and poke
Yeah,
them.
wow, there's the save from Science.
Very
Oh,
deep,
no.
though.
They're going to go in super deep. That's pretty awkward. Chris is going to be able to jump back. Science may not be as lucky, though. The Boomerang's going to come through. The shot goes out. Ember Spirit's forced to jump away,
the
but the
PA.
PA is not quite as lucky. A dagger goes out. That almost one-shots, too. And Ember will be able to finish him off. But at the same time, they did lose Tuss. So 2-for-2 trade-off, and OG managed to hold. Their melee barracks was just 150 HP from death.
Super nice vision to start this off. They get the jump back, forcing the snowball so super deep. This, like the snowball from last game, man, no matter what happens, seems to get stuck here, bringing his team with him.
What a dagger. Look at you, it's like full health. Wham!
Yeah, almost one-shot him.
And then it's as simple as a slight.
He was just getting the shard delivered too. Might have even killed him with Fan and Knives if he had
Comforting
earlier.
rune of
Build that high ground
regeneration.
defense. Very annoying here for Secret with the fissure blocks, the long range poke from Hoodwink. Someone's getting stunned, and then if the second someone gets stunned, you're getting chain stunned. Zayat has to make a call if he wants to commit with the snowball save. And as we saw there, that can be a double-edged sword.
Yeah. And then this Crystal Maiden, I mean, we were kind of joking backstage about this hero, but it's proven to be super effective in the hands of Puppey, and now he's got the new level 15 talent, so he's got the Frostbite cast range. So
cruising.
all the more effective at being able to catch BZM. The BZM's got to be building an answer to it, but what is it? Taiga trying to cut creep waves. Nisha will not let you do that right in front of his face. No way.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bounty.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
With gratitude.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.